Let me start the session with a brief introduction about myself. My name is Sowmya Krishnan, and I've secured all India rank 196 this time. 196 this time, and I'm from Trivandrum district in Kerala. I'm a graduate in BSc Botany and Biotechnology. Immediately after graduation, I started preparing for UPSC examination. I've seen many are concerned about my language since I'm from a place where I'm mostly comfortable using English because Hindi, it's a bit difficult for me speaking in Hindi. So please excuse me for that. If I want to clarify anything, I'll clarify it later. So that is all about my introduction. And this was my fifth attempt. During my first three attempts, I haven't qualified the prelims. And this was my fifth attempt. During my fourth attempt, I went onto the interview stage, and here I am. About my UPSC journey. Uh, so I started my UPSC preparation immediately after my graduation, and I've been motivated by multiple facts, of which one was 2018 flood in Kerala. So it was while then that I've seen the civil servants work for the betterment of the people to secure them to a proper place and bring them better services. So this have motivated me into getting into the services, and I started preparing since then. But during my first attempt, I was too much misguided, and also I wasn't having much idea about the preparation. And I gave my first attempt, and the marks were so sad, which I really regret to share with you. And after that, I gave my second attempt. So since my second attempt, I was clearing the first paper of the prelims, which was the first paper, but CSAT papers was something which brought me down during my second and third attempt because I was only scoring around 53 and 48. So after my third attempt, what I did was I thought of giving up my preparation and do something else. But it was during that time, I have qualified the scholarship examination of one of the private institutions in Kerala in Trivandrum, and I gave the scholarship examination and topped in that examination. So I had 100% scholarship. So that motivated me to start my preparation, restart the preparation, I would say. And I joined a class which is a basic mathematics tuition for CSAT preparation, and I qualified during my fourth attempt in the prelims and mains also, and I went on to the interview stage. So this time, on fourth attempt, it was interview which have brought me down. So again, after fourth attempt, I thought of giving up, but it was again my parents who have motivated me to continue, and it is the fifth attempt which I qualified three stages. And my preparation was basically online, which means at my home only. That's in Kerala. I haven't came to Delhi for my preparation, all in my house itself. But only after my fourth attempt I started to attend the offline test and all, which is one of the mistakes which I kept making by restricting myself in such a shell which was more comfortable for me. So I break all these shell during my fifth attempt in order to have much more socializing around me. Then I had to be the UPSC because, as I've said, I want to serve the people. I know that there are many privileges available about this examination, but what attracted me most to this examination is how it helps in serving the people, reaching out to the people. So that is how I thought of taking up the service as one of my priorities. So I have taken a lot of mistakes, of which the first one was that I have taken the test series during my first attempt, prelims test series, but I haven't taken the test so seriously that what I did was I take a question in the test series and would try to answer that question. And then if it goes wrong, immediately I check the answer key, which means I never gave a full stretched test series so like that. But during my second attempt, I started making another one, which was the CSAT paper being ignored. Even though CSAT paper seems to be much more easier for us, but that 80 question within the 2 hours is very difficult. I've already dropped the max subject after my 10th standard, so I have a long way to remember all those things. So that's why I went to tuition classes. So ignoring CSAT is one of the mistakes which I made, and also running behind too much materials, too much coaching institutes is also something which I made during the first as a first attempt. What the mistakes which I made, that is I completely depended on the coaching institution, but I thought, after which I understood that it is not the coaching institution but what we have to do. There are a lot of things that we have to do. And about the coaching also, initially I joined an institution, but after that I started preparing all by myself. And I prepared all the notes all by myself. I prepared all those things which value additions, and also picked up the materials online which is available free of course, everything like that. But during my fourth attempt, I've got into an institution. It was, as I said, 100% scholarship. So once I got into that institution, I took a lot of tests free of cost, and also mentorship was also available free of cost. So I made its best use, so that I qualified prelims mains and went on to interview during the fourth attempt, and same was repeated during the fifth attempt. So that is what I would say about the coaching which I've done. And this was in the fifth attempt that my results were almost, it was on March my interview, and the results came on April. So I wasn't expecting much to get into the service, but I prayed to get into any service as possible. So this time, once I got to know about the results, I was really excited, pretty much not believing in what it is there. Actually, I thought it was an AI generated file, but later realized that it is the true results. And 196 rank is like, most probably I'll be getting into IPS or IRS. So it is not, the service allocation is yet to come. And there are lots of people who have helped me into this examination, helped me throughout the examination, some of which are like my mentors and also my parents who were there with me throughout. So there are many people who have helped me stay motivated in this examination. Now about my sources and the book list which I followed for prelims mains and interview, is that one of the most important source I would say is the NCRTs. So what I did for during the initial stages of my preparation, I read the entire NCRTs from 6 to 12 in order to understand, or to just immediate shift from botany biotechnology, my background, to UPSC syllabus. It was very difficult. So NCRTs paved a path for me to get used to what are the things that UPSC is demanding, what are the things I have to study. So NCRT was the first step towards that. And I read the NCRTs completely, but I wasn't able to complete that because it was too much. But what I did was, once I read the NCRTs, I found that some of the NCRTs can be picked up and it can be used for the rest of the preparation. So I selectively picked up certain NCRTs and used it. Second is the basic textbooks, which everyone follows, is something which I follow. But what I did was I tried to minimize my book list. Even though there are magazines available in the market, there are multiple coaching materials available in the market, I've selectively gone behind this book list and was restricting my book list so that I can revise it multiple times whenever possible. So in the home, doing all these things is a little bit hectic because no one is guiding you around. But what I did was I follow the toppers talk. So I follow the toppers talk like Anukumari ma'am's talks, and also Vaishali Singh's IAS, her talks. And I try to understand what have to be studied, which all texts have to be followed. So I uh, I tried to prepare a book list of my own, and then I followed that. So in NCRTs for polity, I followed India After Independence and Indian Constitution at Work, along with Lakshmi Kant, which is for the polity. For economics, I used Ramesh Singh for the basic, some selected reading, some basic contents, for which I used Ramesh Singh textbook, and budget and economic surveys, which what I used. Then also I used for geography the four NCRTs which everyone recommends. Along with that, GC Leong's last few chapters on world climates in order to understand, because there are questions being asked on that for both prelims and mains. So I selectively prepare notes on that. Then for history, For ancient medieval, since its cost benefit ratio is very low, I limited ancient medieval to just Tamil Nadu NCRT, which have both ancient medieval compiled. And for art and culture, I used Nitin Singhania, again selective reading and preparation of note on my own, not completely following that textbook because it is big textbook, and for art and culture, spending so much time is also not worth it. Then introduction to Indian fine arts, then modern history spectrum is what I followed. Then for society, for governance, for world history, all these topics I refer to Vision IAS material, which is already freely available in the once you Google in freeupscmaterials.com, there is a site which have all the textbooks free of the PDFs is available free of cost. So I refer to that. Then for environment, Shankar IAS textbook. Like this, I have referred these much textbooks. I don't know if I've left something or not. So these are the things which I referred, and also syllabus is very important. So in syllabus, there are many topics provided, very specific topics provided. Just look for each of the topics and prepare notes on your own. So this is what I did. I took each and every topics from the syllabus and prepared notes on my own. I googled it to know if there is any material specifically on this topic. If there was, I will download it and prepare a short notes from this. So this is what I booklist which I followed. Along with these, I also use newspaper for daily reading and value addition, and also I used some of the compilations, current affairs compilation, especially of Insight IAS compilation, because they presents the topics in such a manner that how you have to write the answers in mains. So this was what I followed. I think it's clear for you. Then most of them will ask a question like prelims and mains. They have to do the preparation have to be done together or not. So I would suggest to prepare it all together. So during I have prepared a timetable for myself in such a way that from June to next June is the time schedule. Now it is reduced to May to May. So during the first month, I dedicated myself for NCRTs. Next, I have broken the months in order to allot to each of the books which I have picked up for each subject. Along with that, I'll also prepare the notes for the mains also. The syllabus is taken, each topics is picked up, like society, distribution of resources, comparison of the countries, ethics, all these things. I picks up the topics, prepares notes, and also studies that, so that before February last week, I'll try to complete the entire mains preparation. I'm so sorry. I'm not that much versed in Hindi. I don't want it to mess up this language. So please do cooperate with me. Then about prelims and mains, coming back to that. So till the February first week, I'll be completing whatever that is in the main. And from the last February, last week onwards, I'll start preparing for the prelims. So that is how I prepared. So the mains and prelims all go together till the February first week, so that even though I get selected for the prelims, I will have very limited time to prepare for the mains also. So my optional was Malayalam literature. So Malayalam literature also, I completed the notes, everything to be studied before the prelims, so that immediately after prelims, I'll start answer writing. Nothing else to study or add the points, but to start answer writing. This is what I focused on too. And there is one more important thing, is which is the PYQs, previous year question papers. So many will be asking like previous year question paper analysis, is it important? If they would ask for any repeated topics or repeated themes, I will say that yes, in prelims, once you analyze the PYQs, you will get to know that some of the themes will be repeated. Like for examples, about the lakes, the questions will be repeated. Some protected areas, national parks, wildlife sanctuaries, the questions will be repeated. Likewise, the questions from polity, some of the questions from polities will be repeated. So all these things, to identify the themes for prelims, you should refer to the previous year question paper. So I started from 2013 paper onwards, because I started preparing for the examination since 2019. So I started from 2013 onwards, because that was a time when the paper had a drastic change. So from 2013 onwards, I started reading the PYQs. And in case of mains also, especially in paper one, there are repeated questions. Once you analyze, you'll get to know that there are repeated questions which will be asked. So I'm understanding those repeated questions. I prepare the notes so that I can just go through it. So if the question is repeated, I can answer it also. So it's much more comfortable and easy for me. So that is how you have to use the PYQs, and make sure PYQs is an important part of your preparation. Now, the optional subject. So, my graduation subject was botany. So, botany is one of the optional subjects in UPSC preparation. But I had two subjects, which is botany as well as Malayalam to choose. So, during that time, what I thought was that my options should be simple and less time consuming. This is what I looked forward for. And botany for me it is a bit hectic because there is a lot of names that should be memorized and lot of efforts have to be put into, even though it's my graduation subject. So I am much more interested in Malayalam. So all these facts along with the learning ecosystem available here. In Kerala, mostly the Malayalam literature have a better ecosystems to study. So better mentor availability, better book availability. So I thought Malayalam is a better option to take. So you can also choose the option in such a way that if the mentorship is available or the better ecosystem in terms of book availability, mentorship availability is there or not. Most importantly, your interest. If you're interested in that optional subject and you're comfortable, you should go for that. And also the scoring trends also matters. For me, this year my Malayalam optional marks have gone down. It was only 237 compared to my previous year where I didn't qualify. I had scored 259. But still, it's a scoring subject because many are scoring 275 to 80 somehow. So that is how you have to prepare for the option. And I'm not sure if I'm sharing the Malayalam literature option, it is worth it for you. Anyways, Malayalam optional or whatever optional, you should go through the syllabus. If the syllabus, complete syllabus is not available in the PDF of UPSC, you can go on online and check it. So many institutions are splitting the entire syllabus and each word by word PDFs are available. Just download it and make sure that you have the notes of each and every topics, and it should be also in such a way that you can revise it whenever required. That is how I prepared for it. And also answer writing. These are the things which I did for my optional. Then for mains, this is something which I think I'm worth sharing because for my GS papers, I've scored 438 marks this year. And for essay, I had 115 marks. So for essay, what I did was I wrote essays as much as possible. So I will take the previous year question papers, picks up certain philosophical essays because I'm comfortable answering the static questions which is asked. But about the philosophical essays, it's very difficult for me to understand the meaning and also breaking down it into the such a form that I can write it. So I took philosophical topics and then I write the essay and will send to my mentor. I actually got a mentor, so I'll send it to her. So she will analyze and also gives me a mark. So that is what I did for essay. That is repeated writing of essays and also whatever examples which I get from the GS papers and ethics, I will add to that essays. So I think essays is something which we have to focus more on. Writing presentation part also is very important in case of essays. uh, I will answer all your questions after the session is completed. So I'll give you opportunity for the comment sessions to be, you can comment with whatever questions you wanted to. So once I complete it, I'll allot a time for that also. Then coming back to what I was saying, GS paper 1, 2, 3. For these three GS papers, what I did was following the current affairs compilations so that I could pick up some of the hot topics, especially the topics which I focused on to more was the main current affairs which happened in between the prelims result date till the mains starting date. So that 3 months period, no, whatever current affairs comes during that period, I'll look forward for to it and looks for the important topics, hot topics, and will write a note on it and will revise it also. Along with that, value addition from the newspaper. So in between these 3 months, I'll read newspaper religiously. in such a way that I'll get important quotations or any important technologies or something which is often the current affairs compilations ignore. All these facts I'll try to impart it into my word notes, MS Word notes. So this word notes, so that I can add to it whenever I wanted to, and also delete to it whenever I wanted to. So it was much more easier to handle and revise. So this is something which I added to GS papers. Along with that, I did daily answer writing. So once the prelims result came and I qualified for the mains examination,